What's good, YouTube? Y'all already know it's your boys. Them boys crazy. Y'all already know it's your boy Roy. It's Rob in this motherfucker, man.
I already know what's going on, man. Know it's your boy Official. Anytime you see our face, you know it's time for another reaction.
Man, this right here, I ain't finna go too deep in detail, man. Y'all see the title of the video already, man. This right here, about TAKEOFF, you know what I'm saying? RP TAKEOFF. One of the, I'm be real, my favorite Migos. And I'm not just saying it just because he passed away and like that, but you can go back to some of my old reactions that we've been saying, you know what I'm saying?
TAKEOFF, yeah, he's my favorite.
Man, that.
I ain't gonna lie, I heard about this. I ain't even believe it at first. I thought it was one of them hoax. I thought, you know how they do this.
Then you wanna know some crazy one time I found out? I think I was like, out of all of us in the group chat, I was the first person to find out because you had sent it like, because I know you be waking up at 4 to read this stuff. I was on Twitch and I was watching somebody stream and I kept seeing them folks saying RP TAKEOFF.
They say that happened around like 2
like 2 in the morning. And it's crazy because I seen it. It was like 3 in the morning. And I hate when they were saying it because I ain't seen nobody. I was on Twitch and I'm looking at everybody coming saying RP TAKEOFF, but I'm thinking it's like another Twitch player or something like that. So I'm like, man, somebody like. So I said, hold on, let me go see.
What's going on?
I Googled it, and it was like 20 minutes. They said to go, that he end up getting killed. I was like, bro, TAKEOFF. I said, man, ain't no way they talking about TAKEOff, bro.
I'm in work with him. I said, man, these rappers dropping like blood. Them folks done got TAKEOFF. I was like, TAKEOFF? What you talking about?
Then it was a mob time for it.
I was like,
where that initiated more. I'm like, this wild.
We finna go ahead and get into the video. We ain't gonna hold y'all up. Man, it's tough though.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on TAKEOFF from the Migos, tragically losing his life after a triple shooting in Houston. Tuesday, November 1st, 2022. Within the city of Houston, a 911 operator would receive a call at 2:34 in the morning reporting gunshots.
Dispatcher about 22B23 1212 Grand Plaza for discharging firearm. Discharging firearm or shooting, not sure which. Just Intel and Dallas. Probably heard gunshots and people screaming.
Officers responded to the 810 Billiard Bowling Alley by downtown, locating a lifeless man on the 3rd floor of the building, just outside of the front door. He was identified as 28-year-old Kersnick Ball, and more commonly known as the Atlanta rapper TAKEOFF. Officers determined he'd been shot in the head, and TAKEOFF was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators would soon learn a 23-year-old male and 24-year-old female had also been shot, suffering non-life-threatening injuries.
See, I didn't know nobody else here got shot. I ain't know that.
From the little part I heard was, you know, of course we know his man was the one that made the thing shot him, and then the mob type folks shot back, and then he got hit in their crossfire too.
And it's crazy because, like I said, anytime something like this happens, there's gonna be so many different stores. You know what I'm saying? They had somebody, I don't know if she went to a radio show or whatever it was, but she said, I'm gonna do this nice and quick because I don't want nobody to figure out my identity or something like that. But make a long story short, she said that that's a lie. She was basically like, the only people who had guns in there were people that was protecting, what's my boy name? Whose spot they was at? Jay Prince. And she said, so that means anybody that was with TAKEOFF, anybody who was with Quavo, all of them, they got patted down before they even got in there. Like, cause nobody even bring no firearms in there. The only people who had firearms in there was his folks. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, that's a lie. And then she got like further into detail, pretty much saying like what went down.
Yeah, see, that's what be confusing me because I'm like, bro, how did they accidentally? You know what I'm saying? But then it's a video of bro standing behind Quavo. He already holding his gun, finna to shoot, and they're supposed to be one of Quavo dudes. So I'm like, man,
so
he
like
so much.
He be so much.
You know, the only way you will really know is you will have to be there.
Yep.
I'm just being real.
She said shoot.
Because the only thing that I can say true is because I seen based off the video is that TAKEOFF wasn't even doing the dice.
Nah,
he was just sitting there chilling, leaning on the little thing. He was just sitting there chilling like this, leaning on the little thing. Next thing you know, cause before Offset, him and Dude got the scuffling and stuff, got the fight. You know what I'm saying? You can see Takeoff like this, just chilling on the little thing, while Quavo shooting dice. So I'm like, bro, wasn't even on nothing.
He was just there. Yup. And see, that's why I said titles always misconstrue stuff. Cause you would think like he was in there shooting dice, all this, something popped off.
He was just
chilling.
That's
That's why I said either way it go,
it's messed up all around. All around, bro.
Able to transport themselves to hospitals from the scene. The male would be identified as Joshua Washington, Quavo's assistant. Employees at the bowling alley would give statements to investigators indicating the shooting occurred after a privately booked party at the bowling alley had ended. A large group of people had gathered at the front door area, which led to an argument followed by gunfire. The majority of those gathered, which investigators believe was roughly 40 people, fled the scene before police arrived, leaving investigators lacking information. But as the news of Takeoff being killed hit the internet, more information and videos would come to light. The Migos are and will always be a three-man rap group, with Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset becoming superstars in the genre and solidifying their status as one of the greatest rap groups in recent hip-hop history. Originally from Lawrenceville, Georgia, the trio would be raised together by Quavo's mom, and all three were directly related, as Quavo is Takeoff's uncle and Offset is Quavo's cousin. But within the last year, Offset would seemingly distance himself from the group, and only weeks ago, Quavo, with Takeoff by his side, would clarify he wanted to move forward with the Migos as a two-man group. A video posted to Quavo's Instagram story just before 10 p.m. would show him in a car with three other men, one of which was Jazz Prince, whose birthday had just passed. While no one is invincible...
I don't know if he gonna put this in here, but I'm finna speak on this real quick. And this ain't got nothing to do with me. That boy Sauce Walker, he one of them ones. I ain't know he was coming like that. Like, Sauce Walker, dog. Yeah, he one of them ones for sure. Like, I know he probably ain't gonna put this in here, but that Jazz Prince dude, of course you know Jay Prince. He, like, Sauce Walker basically had said, man, y'all making Houston look bad with this L. I wish the Migos would have been with me. It wasn't gonna happen. Then the Jazz Prince dude, he was just like, man, what you trying to say, bro? You need to, like, don't talk crazy like that. You know who we mob time. Man, that man Sauce Walker said, I ain't trying to say nothing. I said what I said. You got my number. And didn't say nothing else. Like, dudes with, like, other blue checks and other folks that supposed to be, like, gang affiliated, they was like, one thing about Sauce Walker, he really liked it. And they was like, what he's saying, he's speaking facts. And he said, y'all mob time, y'all other people know that. That's why y'all ain't gonna do nothing to him or ain't nothing gonna happen to him. Cause if something happened to him, the whole Houston get shut down. And I was like, damn, I this nigga really like that. I said, God, Sauce. Don't be in, and it be the people that don't try to be on it. It be the people. For real, bro. This why I heard crazy though. Yo, ain't gonna lie, this wild.
And anything can happen at any time, it's only that much more harder to understand how Takeoff could have been killed when Quavo was next to one of Houston's most influential families, as Jazz Prince is one of three sons of Houston legend Jay Prince, the CEO of Rap-A-Lot Records.
And this my bad, y'all. And this supposed to be another thing. They were supposed to be protecting them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
and they still have.
Damn.
Some videos of Quavo squatting by Takeoff's body would make their way around social media, as Takeoff's head can be seen laying in a pool of blood. As with many murders, especially involving celebrities, it seems witnesses instinctively take out their phones and start recording. They also don't tell the police anything for fears of retaliation, but feel perfectly comfortable releasing information on social media and gaining clout from the situation. Leaked text messages would reveal the narrative that Quavo was shooting dice and was losing badly. He'd get an attitude and become aggressive with a member of Mob Ties, a label founded and owned by Jazz Prince's brother, Jay Prince Jr. The text would claim the Mob Ties member got on Quavo's ass before gunshots erupted, and that it was a member of Quavo's entourage who was firing wildly, accidentally shooting Takeoff in the head, who immediately...
God, I'm sorry, that's wild, dog. That's so wild, bro. Like, man, that's so wild, dog.
Floor and died. The text would continue by saying Takeoff was the coolest, quietest one in the room the whole time and didn't even know what was going on when he jumped up and got shot. The text would also read Houston is about to be a no-fly zone because Mob Ties is supposed to be protecting the artists. A woman who stated through Twitter that she was a witness can be seen in a photo standing next to Takeoff before the shooting. She would claim a joke about Quavo boxing in the ring became an argument when Quavo got offended. A video of Quavo arguing with another man would hit the internet, in which it seems Quavo, who was wearing the glittery shoes, throws a punch before gunfire immediately erupts.
Hold on, look.
They might be chilling.
Nah, I ain't gonna need nothing. Man, I ain't gonna lie, that white there. And it will make it so bad though, dog. It's like that man wasn't even know.
I don't know nothing, bro.
I don't know, dog.
Another video would surface showing the same argument but from a different angle, and a man holding a gun in his hand.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
As the fight erupts, he can be seen extending his arm before running. He isn't seen actually firing, and if anything, the video just shows him retreating. But Houston police would confirm the man is a person of interest in the case. Police would also clarify they've yet to identify him, while No Jumpers, Poetic Flacco, and other YouTubers/fans quickly identified him as Migos Bands, an associate of the Migos who's rumored to be Quavo's cousin.
Wow.
A search of his name on YouTube brings up multiple videos, and Band's Instagram comments are flooded with trolls commenting on his aim for allegedly killing his own family.
I'm gonna be real, cause like me and you don't know the truth at all. So I'm not I'm not that type of person that's finna say he did this, he did that.
Mm-hmm.
No matter if and this another thing I heard that happened. Like I said, it's just he say, she say.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that when Takeoff got shot, the first thing Quavo did was punch bro and tell him to leave before he killed him, and he ran. That's what I heard. I'm not saying that it's true. I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm gonna be real, bro. This right here is so messed up because the way it happened and the reasoning for it happening. You know what I'm saying? It's the reasoning for it happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's.
But I mean, it'd be so crazy.
Something that's so easily to avoid.
To avoid, and it's like a whole lot of stuff be popping off, and then somebody else gotta pay for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, this whole little situation could have easily been avoided, bro. And I mean, he was just there chilling, cooling it, and it just so happened he got hit, bro. And it's crazy. In the head too.
In the head, close range.
A coroner report from the following day would detail that Takeoff was shot in the head and shot in his torso, in which the bullet traveled into his arm. What isn't known is if Takeoff was shot from behind or by somebody in front of him. When investigators were asked by the media if they believe Takeoff was targeted or killed accidentally, they declined to answer, but did say 2 firearms were used in the shooting. Another female witness would give an anonymous interview claiming everyone at the bowling alley was searched except for those associated with mob ties. She claimed the argument didn't even start at the bowling alley, but in the 5th ward between
This is what he's talking about.
9:30 and 10, which was around the same time Quavo posted a video of him and Jazz Prince riding through the 5th ward with a pistol in the center console.
Yo, we slide through the town, man. We slide through the town.
Now we get down.
Got the birthday boy with me.
Yeah, also.
Yeah, we on the 5th. Yeah, the fifth ward.
While we may never know the exact details on what took place, Texas is a stand your ground state, meaning if you're in fear for your life or others around you, you can legally, lethally defend yourself and others. If it's true that Migos bands was armed and fired shots, the fact that he was with multi-million-dollar artists and 2 members of their camp got shot seems to give an easy claim of standing his ground. If a bullet fired from his gun accidentally hit the wrong person or people, it's a mistake he'll regret for the rest of his life. But what we as a people need to understand is the majority of America is not trained to kill or trained to know how to react in these situations. While it's easy to judge a man and place blame when the hip-hop community loses a beloved artist, we as a people need to shift the focus on de-escalating these situations before they even happen.
Man, I'm sorry. Man, that Takeoff, man, that's crazy, dog.
It's like I'm really sitting here watching this, even though I know this already happened. I'm sitting here watching this and I'm still like, it don't even feel like it's real.
Man,
like,
it's the type of person he is, dog. It's boy.
Takeoff.
As many can agree on, Takeoff was one of the coolest.
I ain't gonna lie, like it's been a lot of rappers that have been passing, like back to back to back to back to back. This one of them ones right here where I'm just like,
It's crazy, dog.
what?
And then I'm being real, like most rappers that has been passing has been most of the time the target. Like,
Yeah.
I am trying to get you type
And
stuff.
this is one of the times where
Like
he wasn't even a target.
like, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't even the type that even try to be on nothing. He just chilling. Nice.
Rappers out and was far from deserving such a violent death. One of the saddest aspects of what took place is the fact that Quavo and Takeoff may have not been on speaking terms with Offset, leaving a void in a brotherhood. But deep down, I'm sure they all knew the brotherly love they shared with each other. And hopefully
And that's
Quavo
what
and
I
Offset.
was saying. I was thinking, I forgot who I was talking to, but I was thinking about Offset. And I know he was real messed up behind it because when
I'm not gonna lie.
When you what?
Offset, I ain't gonna lie. I know Offset probably like,
on deep in time.
boy, I know that man probably so messed up in the head.
Yo, cause I'm just being real. When you, but you know they family, but family ain't even got nothing to do with it, bro. When you got that brotherly bond with somebody, and it come time where y'all ain't seen eye to eye on something or
Something like that happens.
something like that.
Especially knowing the type of person Takeoff was, how he was so chill.
I know he missed.
I know he is. I know he is. I know he is, dog. And I know the aftermath. He what you call up inside right now. Quavo, like, bro, I know they. Ooh,
They sick, bro.
wheesh.
Said, we'll put their differences aside. Rest in peace to Takeoff, and my condolences.
And I'm gonna be real.
to
That's
his-
something I ain't gonna lie. There's something I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I don't even like saying it. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even say that. How folks just be rest in peace. I just like, man. I just have to say the R.I.P. I can't even say R.I.P. sometimes. I just like, man, cause just putting that beside a person, I ain't just be happy. Like,
Right.
man, it's over, dog.
Now this is yet another tragic example of young, rich talent losing their life over a meaningless, avoidable argument. I'm sure whatever was being argued about in that room wasn't worth dying over. But the thing is, everybody has the understanding and the fear that they need to protect themselves and arm themselves because of the possibility that whoever they're around is armed as well. They're not going around under the impression that everybody's willing to fight. Motherfuckers want to shoot. It's exactly what happened. If the Migos had somebody with them that was armed, it means they obviously didn't feel 110% comfortable. They had to bring something, right? And if other people were armed, it's the same exact thing. Now, I don't know if anything that happened could have been avoidable. People are saying it's Quavo's fault. People are saying it's Migos band's fault.
Dang, man, like we said, bro, we don't know who fault it was, what he got going on. You know what I'm saying? It just,
all we know is somebody lost their
man,
life
for
behind,
real,
bro.
dog. At this point, it ain't even about blaming nobody right now. It's just about, man, oh no, dog. It just be so messed up, cause it's like the man gone, fool. Like,
Like real deal though.
All I know is we can learn from this. All I know is multi-millionaires don't need to be involved in any dice game. If that's even what was actually happening, we don't know. We don't know how the argument came about. But people are so instinctively trained to kill something. Not even trained on how to do it, but just the fact that they'll do it. The first reaction is to grab a gun. If Quavo punched dude in his shit, whoever it was, they pulled out, they started firing, and someone who shouldn't have lost their life lost it. It's a reminder to everybody, none of us are invincible. We all need to take the extra precaution to protect ourselves. We don't know how things are gonna play out. We don't know what's on someone else's mind. But this is a major L for the hip hop community. People have been speaking on Houston, wondering how something could have happened to them when they were tapped in with the Prince family. There's not too much I can say about that. Rest in peace to TAKEOFF. Like I said, my condolences to his family. My condolences to his friends, his fans. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
It's just one of them situations. Like you said, right now it's a bunch of he say, she say stuff. But like he said, it don't even matter. At the end of the day, somebody lost their life, they shouldn't have lost their life, bro. You know what I'm saying? TAKEOFF. Like I said, my favorite Migo. He was.
And you wanna know some wild stuff, bro?
What?
And I'm like real talk. Literally like 2 days ago, I was on the phone with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, who they want? Who they hot up off the block? And then 2 days later, TAKEOFF died. And I'm like, bro, and in my head, I'm like, why was I even singing it though? Like, what was I even rapping it for? I know Desmond.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know that's his favorite group.
Woo! He was just talking about that new album that Paul be dropping.
And there's another thing. It was just so much going on recently, bro. Like how Offset parted ways with them. Then they had just dropped the album. They had just dropped the video.
You know, he went on the little joint where they were like, they give me his flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna give a flower right here. Like, yeah, man, you know how I'm usually the choir guy, but I'm finna start popping and I'm finna start turning up.
Yeah.
Right after this, all this happened. All this happened.
Crazy, bro.
Wow, fool. This
That's
wild.
one of them. That's one of them does the mess with you.
Man, for real, dog.
For real, cause like I said, you know, a lot of people are like, man, y'all don't know them folks, woo. But everybody got certain celebrities, no matter if they basketball players, football players, rappers, actors, they always gonna have a couple of celebrities that.
And this is what they did for
It's
the
what they
culture,
did.
dog. Wasn't nobody doing it before they
Folks
came
started
out.
stealing they flow.
Yes,
folks
bro.
want to be like
For
them.
real.
When you get somebody like,
Add it up.
when you
Like,
get somebody like T.I., you know what I'm saying? Rapping like you and all that stuff, like, that's different. And like I said, and it was crazy because to me, like I said, he was my favorite one, but he didn't even have a whole bunch of singles. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't really.
And let's be real, he was a lot of people's favorite one.
Exactly. He didn't do all. He didn't have a lot of solo. You know, Quavo got plenty solo. Offset plenty solo.
Yeah, Quavo dropped his own
You know what I'm
album.
saying? Like doing their thing. And I'm like,
Quavo dropped
and I
his
used to
album.
always be like, bro, we need to take off. You know what I'm saying? He probably finna get right into that mode. You know, we don't.
That's why he said he finna start popping it. No fault.
But you know, all in all, bro, people gotta look at the bigger picture. It ain't even about music. It ain't about being a celebrity. None of it. It's about somebody lost their son. Somebody lost their bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Uncle, cousin,
to
nephew.
some nonsense, bro. But I don't know. It ain't too much more to be said, man. Like it just a misfortunate situation, man. Man, it's messed up.
Man, bro, we send our condolences to
sure.
the Migos family, to the Migos friends, to the Migos associates, anybody dealing with the Migos fans,
Yep.
Migos supporters. You know what I'm talking about? We know how they, we know how y'all feeling, man. Like
Yep.
it's, we the same way. We probably ain't as hurt as, you know what I'm saying, the family, but you know, of
For
course
sure.
that, but man, like you say, it's a death of a person, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it all boils down to.
Gotta be taken seriously, bro. Yeah.
Man, if y'all like the video, give it a thumbs up, and you like the rest, don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy, the boy Crazy,
We out.
and we out.